एवरीवन वेलकम एवरीवन टू द डेली न्यूज एनालिसिस ऑफ 18th ऑफ फरवरी 2024। तो आज के इंपोर्टेंट आर्टिकल हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर से वन बाय वन डिस्कस कर लेते हैं। पहला जो आर्टिकल है हमारा इसरो सक्सेसफुली लॉन्चेस इनसैट 3DS वेदर सैटेलाइट, देन ग्रीक पीएम Mitsotakis to attend Raisina dialogue next week. Then IF showcases its weapons arsenal firepower at Pokhran. ज्ञानपीठ for Guljar Sanskrit scholar Ram Bhadracharya. Joblessness rising in country with education level, according to study. Then, why did the Supreme Court invalidate electoral bond? Is Russia testing a new anti-satellite weapon? Then, can rheumatoid arthritis be prevented? Government more than doubles authorized the capital of FCI to 21,000 crore rupees. फर्स्ट आर्टिकल जो है इसरो सक्सेसफुली लॉन्चेस इनसैट 3D एस weather satellite. The GSLV F-14 carrying INSAT 3D meteorological satellites was successfully launched on Saturday from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota about 18 minutes after the lift off from the spaceport's launchpad. The GSLV F-14 deployed the INSAT 3DS into the intended geosynchronous transfer orbit. The spacecraft has been rejected into very good orbit. The injection conditions were as expected, and we also noted that the vehicle has performed very well. ISRO chairman S. Somnathan said the INSAT 3DS satellite is a follow-on mission of the third generation meteorological satellite from the geostationary orbit. The satellite is an exclusive mission designed for enhanced meteorological observations, monitoring of land and ocean surfaces for weather forecasting and disaster warning. The INSAT 3DS satellite will augment meteorological services along with the presently in operational INSAT 3D, INSAT 3D are in orbit satellite. The primary objective of the mission are to monitor Earth's surface, carry out oceanic observations and its environment in various spectral channels of meteorological importance, provide the vertical profile of a vehicle, various meteorological parameters of the atmosphere, provide data collection and disseminations capability from the data collection platform, and provide satellite aided search and rescue services. The next article is Greek PM Mitsotakis to attend Raisina dialogue next week. Greece Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis will travel to Delhi next week as the chief guest for the Ministry of External Affairs annual Raisina Dialogue, while the final schedule for Raisina Dialogue to be held from February 21 to 23 is yet to be announced. Mr. Mitsotakis will be one of several international dignitaries arriving for the conference organized by the Observer Research Foundation (ORF) and is expected to include several foreign ministers and deputy foreign ministers from European countries including Latvia, Romania, Estonia, Serbia, and Netherlands, and neighboring countries like Nepal, Vietnam, and other ministries from the other parts of the world. The Raisina Dialogue coincides this year with G20 foreign ministers meeting hosted by Brazil on February 21-22, and while external affairs ministers S. Jaishankar will stay in Delhi to host the conference, most G20 foreign ministers are expected to be in the Rio de Janeiro. According to the sources, Ukraine's deputy foreign minister Irina Borovets is also expected to speak at the event. U.S. National Security Advisor Jack Sullivan, who was due to attend the conference and hold ICET technology talks in Delhi, is unable to travel to Delhi to India due to domestic and international considerations. Sources said indications is indicating both the Biden administration's campaign commitments. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's recent hospitalization and also ongoing development in the Israel-Gaza conflict as well in as you can. Senior State Department official and former ambassador to India, Richard Verma is visiting India, Sri Lanka and the Maldives, and he and the U.S. Admiral John Aquilino, commander of its Indo-Pacific Command, are expected to address the conference instead. This conference will begin with a keynote address by the Greek Prime Minister on Wednesday, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will accompany him Mumbai visit Mr. Misto Takis, who has been invited for a state visit, will also travel to Mumbai and is expected to be accompanied by a large business delegation. Among other discussions, both sides are expected to take forward talks on India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor, which has hit a pause due to the Israel-Hamas conflict. India-Greece relations has been elevated to strategic partner during Modi's visit to Greece in the August 2023, they are based on shared cultural values, commitment to foster economic growth, collaboration in the fields of security and defense, shipping, maritime, and marked by convergence on regional and global issues. The MEA said during his visit to Athens last year, Mr. Modi had made a strong pitch to Greek business to invest in India, and the two leaders had agreed to set a target to double bilateral trade by 2030. India and Greece had been negotiating a migration and mobility agreement to facilitate legal skilled migration between the two countries since 2022, but have yet to be concluded. Concluded. According to sources, no government to government agreement are ready for finalization, but several memorandums of understanding between India and Greek businesses are likely to be signed during the visit, including those in banking and finance, insurance, IT, and think tanks. This is the ninth edition of Raisana Dialogue organized by the MEORF. Previous editions have had keynotes addresses by leaders of Denmark, Rwanda, Israel, and European Commissions, Italy, and others. The next article, IAF showcases its weapons arsenal, firepower, and Pokhran. The Pokhran range near Jaisalmer in Rajasthan reverberated with a thunderous explosion and applause as the latest platform of Indian Air Force, the Rafale jet, the Apache attack helicopters, and the indigenous Prachanda light combat helicopters, along with legal legacy platforms, demonstrated their capability and firepower at the Bioshakti exercise on Saturday. During the display, approximately 50 tons of 50 tons of ordnance was dropped in a short span of 2 hours over an area of 2 square kilometers. The event truly showcased IF's offensive lethality and precision targeting capability. The IF said in a statement, Chief of the Defense Staff General Anil Chauhan was the chief guest. The event began after 5 p.m. with the three Chetak helicopters trooping the national flag and the Air Force sign flying past the grandstand with the national anthem playing in the background. This was followed by a sonic boom created by Rafale aircraft. Two Jaguar aircraft flying at the low levels followed the Rafale, taking high fidelity reconnaissance images of area. The demonstration was carried out in a light dusk and night conditions with simulations. A Rafale fighter engaged in aerial target with the MICA multi-mission air-to-air missiles, while the indigenous light combat aircraft fired the Russian R-73 beyond visual range missile in February 2019. Wing Commander Abhinandan Bardhaman shot down a Pakistani F-16 jet with an R-73 fired from his MiG-21 before he was shot down and ejected in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. The Apache fired Hellfire missiles and rockets while Prachand fire rockets this year. The exercise saw participation by 121 aircrafts over 2 years. The IAF showcased its capability to deliver weapons with long range precision capability as well as conventional weapons on target while operating from multiple air bases. A couple of the targets were missed, which officials said would have worked in the case of a real target, as the proximity fuse would ignite, destroying the targets. The Apache attack helicopters demonstrated its firepower in this event for the first time, engaging targets with Hellfire fire, air-to-air, ground-guided missiles, while Mi-17 helicopters engaged ground targets with rockets. In another first, Chinook helicopters demonstrated a rapid deployment of combat assets by the airlifting the Army's M777 ultra high outreach in an underslung mode, which later destroyed simulated enemy targets on the ground. Combat support operations by the transport aircraft included a containerized delivery systems dropped by a C-17 heavy lift aircraft and an assault landing by a C-130J carrying IAF Special Forces guards. In joint operations of the Army and the IAF, weaponized versions of the advanced light helicopters MK-IB destroyed simulated enemy targets with rockets and guns. Special operations by the IAF transport and helicopter fleet in involving guards and Indian Army elements were also on display. Guards inserted by the Mi-17 helicopters carried out an urban interventions in anti-terror insurgency operations aimed at clearing hideouts of terrorist unmanned aerial vehicles. Carried out a bomb damage assessment of all targets, which was live streamed to operations center and the audience. The next article है ज्ञानपीठ for गुलजार संस्कृत scholar राम भद्राचार्य. Celebrated Urdu poet Guljar and Sanskrit scholar Jagatguru Ram Bhadracharya have been selected for the 58th Jnanpith Award, considered by many to be the country's highest literary honor. Sampurna Singh Kalra, popularly known as Guljar, is considered one of the finest Urdu poets of his generation. He is also known for his work in the Hindi cinema. Ram Bhadracharya is a renowned Hindu spiritual leader, educator, and writer of more than 240 books and texts, including four epics. He is the founder and head of Tulsi Peeth at Chitrakoot in Madhya Pradesh. It has been decided to give the award for 2023 to eminent writers from two languages, Sanskrit literature, Jagat Ram Bhadracharya, and well-known Urdu literature, Sri Guljar. The Gyanpith Selection Committee said in a statement, the Gyanpith Award is presented by the Bharatiya Gyanpith, which was established in 1944. The award carries a cash component of 11 lakh rupees and a statue of Bhagdevi and a citations. It is the second time that the award has been given for Sanskrit and the fifth time for Urdu. Guljar, born in 1934, received a Sahitya Academy Award for Urdu in 2002, the Dadasaheb Phalke Award in 2013, and the Padma Bhushan in 2004. He has also won 5 National Film Awards. The penned the lyrics for the song Jai Ho from the film Slumdog Millionaire that received the Oscar in 2009 and a Grammy in the 2010. He was known for his work in Machis, Omkara, Dil Se, Guru, and Anand Anandi. Gulzar has also directed classics such as Koshish uh, Parichay, Mausam, and Izzat, as well as the television serial Mirza Ghalib. The Bharatiya Gyanpit is in a statement said Gulzar has been setting new milestone in the field of literature. In poetry, he invented a new genre, Tribeni, which is a non-mukafa poem of three lines. Gulzar has always created something new through his poetry. For some time now, he has also been paying serious attention to the children poetry. Ram Bhadracharya, a polyglot who speaks 22 languages, is one of the four Jagadguru Ram Ramnandacharya Ramnandacharya of Ramananda sect and has been holding this position since 1982. A poet and writer in several languages, he received the Padma Vibhushan in 2015. So friends, this is all for today, and we will meet from tomorrow onwards with new news articles from the Hindu newspaper which are relevant from UPSC perspective. So till then, keep studying and thank you for listening. Have a good day.